Imagine a €500 million monument to failure, standing abandoned in the heart of one of Spain's greatest cities. For 15 years, the concrete skeleton of Nou Mestalla has haunted Valencia's skyline, a daily reminder of shattered dreams and financial disaster. But now, something extraordinary is happening. After years of false starts and empty words, construction crews are finally returning. The stakes couldn't be higher. Valencia CF has just 30 months to transform this decaying structure into Spain's fourth largest stadium, or risk losing everything. Even more intriguing, this revival could determine whether Valencia hosts the 2030 World Cup, sparking a fierce battle that's dividing Spanish football. Will this be the long-awaited comeback of a fallen giant, or just another setback in a 15-year story of frustration? The clock is ticking for Valencia CF, and the football world is watching. The story begins in the golden era of Spanish football, when Valencia CF, riding high on recent successes, unveiled plans for a revolutionary 75,000-seat stadium. The vision was magnificent, a steep-sided bowl with cutting-edge architecture that would rival Europe's finest venues. But on February 25, 2009, the dream came crashing down. Club president Vicente Soriano delivered the news that would echo through Valencia's streets for years to come. Construction was halting. The announcement exposed a fatal flaw in former President Juan Soler's master plan. It relied not on secure financing, but on optimistic projections of club income and the eventual sale of their beloved old Mestalla Stadium. The result? Valencia CF found itself drowning in over €500 million of debt. For more than 15 years, the unfinished concrete structure has loomed over the city like a modern-day ruins. Local residents dubbed it Valencia's Colosseum, though unlike its Roman namesake, this monument stood as a testament not to ancient glory, but to modern financial mismanagement. Year after year, new club officials made bold promises to restart construction, yet nothing ever changed. Their plans disappeared as quickly as morning mist over the Mediterranean. Politicians grew frustrated, fans lost hope, and even FIFA expressed concerns about Valencia's ability to host future international matches. But in 2024, a glimmer of hope emerged. Under the leadership of President Lê Hun Chan, Valencia CF unveiled real, tangible plans to finish the long-abandoned stadium. In a dramatic press conference that had all of Spain watching, Chan announced that construction crews would return to Nou Mestalla on January 10th, just one day before the city-imposed deadline. She reassured fans that despite years of neglect, the structure remained solid and that this time, the project would finally move forward. The new plans are ambitious yet grounded in reality. The revised stadium will seat 70,000 fans and feature modern amenities that promise to double the club's revenue. To help cover the €325 million needed to complete the project, Valencia CF plans to sell the iconic Mestalla Stadium, its home for over a century. Spanish construction giant FCC has been entrusted with the task of bringing Nou Mestalla to life. Negotiations are well underway, and the timeline is tight. Valencia CF has just 30 months to complete the stadium, as mandated by the city council when stricter permits were granted in July of last year. The challenges are immense. The club must navigate rising construction costs, logistical hurdles, and the lingering skepticism of fans and stakeholders. But if successful, what will the new stadium look like? The initial design for the new stadium was unveiled in 2006 by British architect Mark Fenwick. Located on Avenida de les Corts Valenciane, it was envisioned as a striking example of modern architecture. The striking glass exterior drew inspiration from the city's undulating landscape, with transparent panels that would shimmer under the Mediterranean sun like waves breaking on Valencia's shores. But as the global financial crisis hit in 2008, the dream began to crack. The glass walls, once a symbol of transparency and ambition, became a painful reminder of the club's financial struggles. By November 2013, reality had set in. Valencia CF and Fenwick presented a scaled-down version of the stadium, slashing the budget to €200 million. While some of the original elegance remained, the sweeping glass curves were replaced with a more practical structure. Even this version proved too costly. By 2017, another revision stripped the design down even further, removing the compact facade entirely. Each change reflected a club in survival mode, forced to shrink its vision to fit its financial struggles. Fast forward to 2022, and the vision for Nou Mestalla had evolved once again. The latest renderings showcased a sleek circular structure with a perforated roof that seemed to float above the stands. The facade, adorned with horizontal bands and open elements, gave the stadium a dynamic, layered appearance. Inside, the bold orange and black color scheme paid homage to Valencia CF's iconic identity, while the three-tiered seating ensured every fan had a perfect view. The roof, made of translucent materials, offered shade without sacrificing the open, airy feel of the Mediterranean. Modern lounges, dining areas, and conference facilities added a touch of luxury, blending functionality with style. The concourses were spacious and well-lit, designed to enhance the fan experience with clear signage and contemporary finishes. It was a stadium built for the future, a far cry from the crumbling concrete skeleton that had haunted the city for over a decade. On January 10, 2025, as construction crews returned to the site, Valencia CF unveiled the latest renderings of Nou Mestalla. The biggest change was the roof, a light, flexible structure that gave the stadium a true Mediterranean feel. Gaps between the stands and the roof allowed natural light to flood the interior, creating a sense of openness and connection to the outdoors. The seating also got an update with shades of gray and black replacing the all-orange look, which added a modern touch while still honoring the club's colors. The battle for Valencia's place in the 2030 World Cup has taken an unexpected turn, with the new president of the Royal Spanish Football Federation (RFEF), Rafael Luzon, making a passionate case for what he calls an illogical exclusion. His advocacy for Nou Mestalla's inclusion reflects a growing debate about Spain's venue selection for the prestigious tournament. Valencia, Spain's third-largest city and a historical footballing powerhouse, finds itself in an unusual position. Despite its rich football heritage and the imminent construction of one of Spain's most modern stadiums, it currently sits outside the World Cup hosting plans. Luzon's intervention brings fresh hope to the region, particularly as he emphasizes the January 10th construction restart date for Nou Mestalla as a game-changing factor in the city's bid. This will be a completely new stadium, likely the newest venue at the World Cup, Luzon declared, highlighting the 70,000-seat capacity that would make Nou Mestalla Spain's fourth-largest football arena. This capacity isn't just a number, it represents a significant advantage over several currently selected venues and strengthens Valencia's case for inclusion. The stadium's modern design and facilities would offer spectators and broadcasters alike a state-of-the-art World Cup experience. However, while Luzon has been vocal about his goals, he has yet to outline a concrete plan to secure Valencia's spot. One possibility is negotiating with Morocco, Portugal, and FIFA to expand the number of host stadiums. Another is replacing one of the existing venues on Spain's list with Nou Mestalla. But which stadiums could make way for Valencia's rising star? Among the 23 stadiums currently slated to host matches during the 2030 World Cup, 14 are either still in the planning stages or require significant renovations. 3 venues in particular stand out as potential candidates to be replaced by Nou Mestalla. First is the Estadio de Riazor in La Coruña. The proposed project has been mired in controversy, with many questioning whether Deportivo La Coruña, a club currently languishing in the lower divisions, truly needs a 50,000-seat stadium. Critics argue that the project lacks long-term viability and could become a financial burden. Next is La Rosaleda in Malaga. While the stadium has a rich history, plans for its renovation have struggled to gain traction. The club has not shown much interest in the project, and compared to Nou Mestalla, there is less urgency to build a new stadium in Malaga. Finally, there's the RCDE Stadium in Barcelona. As one of 2 stadiums from the city included in the World Cup plans, it has drawn criticism for its relatively small capacity and low FIFA rating of just 3.6 out of 5. In contrast, Nou Mestalla's modern design, larger capacity, and potential to become a cultural landmark make it a far more compelling choice. The coming months will prove crucial for Valencia's World Cup aspirations. With construction at Nou Mestalla finally resuming, the city has a tangible argument for its inclusion. As construction crews prepared to return to Nou Mestalla, a passionate debate erupted in Valencia's architectural community. A group of forward-thinking architects proposed what seemed unthinkable, abandoning the troubled Nou Mestalla project in favor of renovating the beloved Old Mestalla. Their reasoning wasn't just sentimental, it was based on hard facts and financial reality. Valencia CF had set aside 201 million euros to finally complete Nou Mestalla, but independent experts warned the real cost could exceed 300 million euros, possibly even reaching 400 million euros. Such a financial burden could weigh down the club for decades. By contrast, the proposed renovation of Mestalla came with a far more manageable price tag of 113.4 million euros, including a safety buffer for unexpected expenses. This wasn't just about saving money, it was about making a smarter choice. The proposal would preserve one of football's most distinctive venues while bringing it into the 21st century. The cost per seat comparison made the financial gap between the projects even clearer. Finishing Nou Mestalla would cost around 6,748 euros per seat, far higher than other modern Spanish stadiums. Atletico Madrid's Metropolitano and San Mamés, both praised for their design and fan experience, were built for about 4,500 euros per seat. This raised serious concerns about whether pushing ahead with Nou Mestalla was the right financial move. Meanwhile, Mestalla wasn't just a stadium, it was a piece of football history. Since 1923, its steep stands and passionate crowds had made it one of Spain's most intimidating venues. Unlike many modern arenas, Mestalla had character. The renovation plan aimed to keep its iconic atmosphere while upgrading its outdated facilities. But the debate wasn't purely about economics or architecture. Politics and prestige played a crucial role in the final decision. The dream of hosting 2030 World Cup matches loomed large over the discussions. While renovating Mestalla might have made financial sense, it would likely have destroyed Valencia's hopes of being part of football's greatest tournament. The city's political and football authorities ultimately couldn't accept this compromise, choosing ambition over prudence. This decision reflects the ongoing clash in football between tradition and progress, caution and ambition. Mestalla's demolition isn't just about losing a stadium, it's the end of an era where atmosphere mattered more than profit. Valencia CF is gambling on Nou Mestalla's future, but only time will tell if it was the right call. Which option would you choose? A larger, modern stadium with greater potential, or a renovated Mestalla that preserves history and atmosphere? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon for more amazing stadium stories.